Here's my latest purchase, the BMW X5 M Sport. A few months ago, I bought a finance repossessed BMW X5 from auction in a very poor condition. The grills are basically smashed up. To start off with, it came with no keys, which could have meant two things. Either it's a non-runner or maybe even a bargain. Who knows? I took the risk and bought it, and just look at the state of it. Yeah, it's very bad. Acid on the car, broken panels, smashed windscreen. Like, what's not wrong with it at this point? After getting a set of keys from BMW, it turned out that the engine was knocking and needed a full rebuild. That don't sound good, man. Upon strip down, we found it was well beyond the repair stage. Look at the color of that. That is completely cooked. That brings us to today's video, where we will put a new engine into the car, fix up all the trims, and then give you guys a cost breakdown of what the project cost me and what it's worth to resell today. Here's the BMW X5, which I stripped out roughly about a month and a half ago. Ever since then, been extremely busy, and to be fair, this project has been parked up on the side. Have a look. We're going to put the engine back in, and on your left over here I bought myself a used engine from eBay, B57 D30A. It's complete with the exhaust, the turbocharger, the ancillaries, the wiring loom, everything ready to go straight back in. As you saw in the recap from part 1, the engine was finished, the block had damage, the pistons were ripped out, converts were all gone. You'd have to spend more money rebuilding it than just buying a used engine and throwing it in, which is the best option in this scenario. What we're going to do first is drop the engine into the bay and then get the gearbox in, mate it all up, put the ancillaries on, fuel lines, and go for the first start hopefully, man. Now, if you just follow me around the car, if you remember, it's in a really, really bad state, and this is how I bought it from auction. Got a lot of parts that are stripped. Look at this. Come around this side. Look inside. Have a look at all that. If you guys haven't seen part 1, jump on it and check it out. You can see exactly what's wrong with this car. I had to buy a new steering column, center part over there. Look at that, windscreen smashed. Got a pan roof though. So when this car's fully repaired, it's definitely gonna look pretty good, that's for sure. I know you guys wanna know more about the Audi R8. Look inside. Have you ever seen an Audi R8 V10 like this? Look at that, mad. It's completely stripped out, man. Look, that's a gear lever there. Have a look. Look at the state of it. This is crazy. For sure, it's a massive puzzle, and we're gonna solve it. It was previously in another garage for 6 months, and they've kind of failed to solve the issue. There you have the V10 engine, the masterpiece. Same as mine, except mine ain't got no engine in it right now. We're in the process of building that up. Yeah, man. Again, too busy to be working on project cars. We're busy with business out here. There's so much to do, man. Look at this. Wiring looms, wires. Look at this. Everything is stripped out. It's crazy, man. It's a challenge we've taken on. I don't think a lot of workshops and garages want to touch a car like this, but I like a challenge. I like taking on headache. As far as the X5 goes, let's crack on with it. Let's get this engine in, and we'll go for the first start. It's go time, guys. Engine back in. Here we have it. So what we're doing here is basically lining up in the engine bay, and then we're going to lower it down. See that over there? That's the engine mount, and you've got another one over here. So what we're going to do is line up the mounts, drop the engine down, bolt it up. You can see it's got 2 bolts that go over here, and that will secure the engine onto the chassis. We can then move on to the gearbox, put all the bolts in, and yeah, go on to the other stuff basically that I mentioned before. Easy, yeah? Don't break my car.
Hope so.
Don't break my X5.
Should I just drop it?
You can do as you like, but you can pay me when it's broken. But yeah, guys, for those of you thinking, where am I on YouTube these days? Posting about once in 2 months at the best. Even once in 1 month is good. Obviously managing everything around here, operations, it gets crazy in here, man. It's always back to business as usual. Hopefully throw out some content this year and smash it out. We've got loads to show you, man. We've got the Hurricane Perf. We're gonna be tuning that, twin turbos, R8, twin turbo, GTR, forged build. We're gonna go relentless, man. Just need to make some time, that's all. So here it is. The new engine is now in. We've got the gearbox now mated up. We've got all the wiring looms on. the fuel lines, and I guess it's the time to just go for the first start. Look at this. This car had damage all over. It's got acid on the headlights. So I was initially gonna buy new headlights for this, but I found a solution. And the solution of that is basically replace the lens. So I'm gonna remove the lens of this and put the new one on. Save me about, I don't know, about £700-800. Look at this place, man. Absolute mess. Look, straight away it says refill coolant. Let's go for it, man. Brake and start. Nothing, man. Nothing as of yet. On a diesel, especially when you put a new engine in, sometimes you prime it quite a few times. So let's keep trying, see what happens. Nothing still. Oh, the ignition's cutting that now. Alright, 1 second. Ignition off. What I'm going to do is try prime the fuel pump. So ignition on and off a few times. And then off. Try it that way. Oh, I got no reaction.
Just had a start.
Oh man.
I think it's gonna start now.
I think the starter motor is getting fried out. Alright, let's go. Keep going. Yes! There you go. Engine started. Damn, let me jump out. Took a few cranks to start, but there you have it, guys. Engine's up and running now. And to be fair, that sounds pretty good, you know. Just gonna go check for smoke. Either diesel engine, smells of fumes, but it's running pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is raise the revs a little bit, just to make sure that the engine hasn't got any weird noises. No knocking, no banging, nothing like that. Still a cold engine, so I'm not gonna rev it more than 2000 RPM. Sounds pretty good, you know. The dash, however, has so many messages. We've got drivetrain light, restraint light, as you can see the airbag's out, lighting system because of the bumper, the headlights need to get sorted, tire pressure low, restraint system, add blue reserve. Right guys, first drive, I think I want to do that. Let's see how it drives. Let's make sure that this is the only problem. The lights on the dash, obviously we've got engine light. I'm not too worried about that because you do get that when you take all the sensors and wires off. When I scan it, we'll see. I just want to drive the car. Bonnet ain't going to close right now, so we'll come back to that. And of course I'm not going on the main road because it's illegal at the moment. We need to get the car boxed up, but let's see how it drives. So I just pulled the car outside, got a bit of a strip over here to play with, just go forward and back, just see how the car's driving, and I got the pan roof open in this lovely UK weather. It's about to rain as well. It's running up. Test driven, seems like it's all good. Bloody hell, look at the state of this car, man. Car needs to get so much work done on it. What's next is obviously the headlights. My staff inside is currently stripping the headlight up. He's gonna reseal the new lens on, and then we can obviously fit that up, put the bump on, and I guess it'll kind of start looking like an Audi. It's a BMW X5. Other than that, it's a really good car, especially from the back. Look, check this out. Mint. Look at that. 19 plate. Once we box the car up, we're going to detail the car and rectify all the other issues and then call it a day with this one. End of the project. 2 months coming, you know. Just been stripped and parked up. Look at this. Remember this one? You got wires hanging out. You got so many things still stripped. That needs to be put together. That's for a shock absorber. AC compressor. These are spare parts from the old engine. And then you got this. You got the dashboard still missing. Air vent missing. We've sorted that out, which is the control. That was broken. We sorted that out now. That needs some work on it, some wiring on that. Other than that, we're good to box the car off. Almost there. So let's start off with the interior. As you can see, we're gonna replace this. We've got a new one over here. Unfortunately, you can't just replace one air vent. You gotta buy the whole unit. but I managed to get one from eBay for £300 instead of a new one for £1,000. I think we're almost boxed up in the interior. We still have the airbag to put on, and the covers and the bottom, the top, the wiring for all these switches and stuff, we've already done it. So there you go, it's all working now. So we just have to put the covers on, and interior's gonna be done. Tomorrow I'm gonna get the windscreen done. Look, the heaters are going off, and I've got no switches turned off. Let's get this trim off and put the new one in. It's all done. We'll wire it up now and put it back in. And that should just slide right back in. Project cars are long, man. This car's been here like 5 months. Anyway, that's all done. Check the buttons if they're working. There you go. Heated seats. Fan switches are working. It's all good, man. Hazards working. Yeah, perfect. Everything's working. Let's move over to the airbag. We're gonna tighten this bolt up, connect these plugs up, and of course fit the cover on. Steering's off. Now to sort out this cover. So let's get the new one. So this basically goes on top. Like this pretty much, and this goes on first before I put all the airbags on. That's why we haven't put the airbag back on. Let's put this bolt aside and let's crack on. Okay, that's sorted. All done. Next up, I'm going to put the steering back in. Got to make sure that enters right in there, otherwise you'll end up damaging the steering angle sensor. Alright, get this tightened up. And lastly, the airbag. Connect the plug. Then I'll go bang in my face. This should just clip in. Done, all done. Look at that. Car's looking mint, except for all the mess inside the car. We've got so much mess in it. Still need to get a dashboard for it, a dashboard cover. So here's the headlight, guys. As you can see, the lens is open, and we've got to first remove the glue, which we're using a heat gun for. We can then apply the new lens over with the new glue. Very straightforward process. Obviously, you're going to make sure you don't leak afterwards.
Nice, eh?
Yeah.
Did you record it?
I recorded it, don't worry, man. Keep going, bruv. And just like that, the BMW X5 project is fully complete. And just look at that. Look at the difference the day when you first come here and now. Looks absolutely stunning, man. We've got the car fully detailed, ready to go. And as you can see, we've added the full body kit for it as well. So the front splitter, side skirts, and the rear spats as well. It looks absolutely amazing. And it's ready to hit the roads. It's running 100%. You guys are probably thinking, what happened? The car was gonna mash up in the last clip, literally, and now suddenly fully done. As you know, I've been off YouTube for a very, very long time. I think about 4 or 5 months now. And in that time, it didn't make sense for me to just leave the car stranded. So I thought, you know what? I boxed the car up fully, and there you have it, guys. It's done. Everything's on, and we can close this project off once and for all. So I'm sure you guys want to know, how much did I buy this car for? What did I spend to get it up to where it is right now? As you remember, this car was an absolute mash up when I got it here, outside and inside. Literally, the grills smashed up, everything, like these stalks. Look at the condition of it now. It's like showroom condition. I've got all the receipts here, and I'll be honest with you, there's not much at all. It's literally a few pages, and that's it really. So I'll go through them one by one. Let's start off with the car. How much did I buy this car for? Bought this from BCA for £22,000 in the condition that it came in, finance repossessed, no keys, full risk, could be anything. I assumed the worst, which was the engine. I was hoping it wasn't the engine and I only have to deal with the bodywork and stuff, but there you have it, man. Still very profitable. Let's go inside and finalize the full list of the parts. Since the car came with no keys, the logical thing is to order a set of keys. I ordered a smart key from BMW and one of these. That set me back £878. Once the keys arrived from BMW and we tried to start the car up, we realized the engine is cranking, but it's not getting anywhere. It turned out the whole engine needed reconditioning. We stripped the engine down to find out we can't even rebuild it. It was so badly battered internally, we just have to get a replacement engine. So, got this from eBay for 4K with 3 months warranty, put it in, started the car up, and then I was faced with ghost immobilizer issues. Got someone in, paid him £200, got the immobilizer removed, and there you have it. We have the car starting. He also needed a new battery, which cost me £220. Oh, wrong button. So battery goes in there. Oh, here's another thing. A big bonus is this car's a 7-seater, and I didn't know that when I bought this car. I actually thought it's a 5-seater. I didn't even know these X5s come in 7-seaters, so that's a huge bonus. Definitely adds value to the car, 100%. On to bodyworks. This car had almost every panel scratched or something on it. There was acid on the headlight, all over the car, on the internal parts, pretty much everywhere. So bodywork would have set me back around 3-4K, but I've got good links in the trade, and it cost me £1,000 to do all the bodyworks in the car, and now it's looking 10-10. Right, let's move on to the interior. Let's start off over here. The column, both of these stalks were literally hanging down. There's nothing here, there's wires hanging out. This whole piece here, smashed up, these were missing. That was broken, the dashboard was broken, it was in the boot. I don't know where to start with this car, man. So many problems were inside, but yeah, as you can, oh yeah, I forgot this part, that was broken. I had to replace all of these things. Here's a mad one, yeah? Once I fixed the car, I was driving the car home, literally, and you won't believe it, the pan roof lifted up in the middle of the A13. Literally, I'm driving up, the pan roof lifted up. I don't know what happened there, but that was a crazy one. I had to slow down immediately, pull to the side, and I realized someone had taken the bolts off of the pan roof. I think they tried to steal the whole glass for whatever reason, I don't know. But yeah, that was a mad one. So the sun visors were broken. Both of them were broken. We now have new ones on there. So it's pretty much done, guys. And it's looking fresh, looking 10-10, ready to go. First drive with the X5. First drive for YouTube, actually, because I fixed this car about a month ago. And yeah, just haven't filmed anything on it, really. It's been mad busy. When the car come in, had like 15 fault codes in the dash, so many warning messages. It's all clear now. There was a number of electrical issues. There was engine management light for so many things. Like literally, I couldn't even make a list for it. That's how big it was. But the main thing is, it's all sorted and it's good now. Driving perfectly. Pulls pretty good as well, I must say. Yeah, this car's flying. Perfect SUV, 7-seater, pan roof, and it's ready to go for sale. I don't think I've mentioned, but this car's worth $37,000 on retail. So if you now compare to how much I paid for it, and with all the stuff we changed on it, what an absolute bargain. Even after everything that I've changed, it's been a mad roller coaster. I wish I had time to film it, but there was just too much going on. I was literally filming like 20 other things at the same time. So yeah, man, that's a wrap on this video. So yeah, guys, I'm happy to finally give you an update on the X5. I think it was like 5 months ago I did the last update, and it's the end of this video anyway, because this car is going to get sold now. I've got a buyer for it already, so I would have offered it to you guys first. I always get a buyer from my YouTube videos normally. Hopefully you guys now know what's the end result of the X5. I've got a lot of comments lately saying update on the G05, and here it is. You guys know exactly what's up with the X5 right now. So yeah, this is Nams from Boost Performance. Stay tuned for more videos. Like this video, drop a comment, and I'll see you next time.